Hello, so before this video begins, I just want to tell you that this project was made a week ago, but due to typhoid, I wasn't able to upload it, so let's upload it right now. So this is a data encoder, but this time we have 8 address bits and 8 data bits. So what does that mean? It means I can have 255 different addresses on which I can send data independently, which means that if I select a certain address and send data, the data will only go to that address and none of the others. So let me just show you how this thing works. So first we have to turn on the lock, and then we have to mess up with your data. You can keep the data whatever you want, unlock, and now our address is 1000100. So let's send the data. So let's see. So our address 1000100 should be right here, and there you go, we get the same data. Okay, so now let's try changing the address. So we will lock the device. Let's change the data a little bit. How about this? Okay, and now let's change the address to, I guess, 11 and then 6 zeros. So now let's turn the lock off and send the data. And now, as you can see, the data is actually traveling at flashing speed, super fast. And not just that, but the data is also traveling over a single redstone line. And the cool thing is, over a single redstone line, the data is identifying its address and displaying the data on that respective address. So now the question must be, how does this thing even work? So let me just demonstrate. So suppose I select a random data and I feed the address as 1111110, which is 7 times 7 times. So the address should be somewhere around here, I guess. Yeah, this one should be the address for that. So as you can see right now, the address is blank. There is no data at the address, but if I turn off the lock and then I send the data, and then we basically try to reach over there, you see the data has already reached over here. And what exactly happened over here is, basically, when the data is input into the system, we have a specific pattern, a circuit which identifies the address, and then if only the address is identified, it will allow data to be passed into the system further. So if you still didn't understand, I will show you in more detail. So if we click this button, it will reset its data and go blank. So let me first explain you the encoding system. So here's the trigger button. The trigger button pushes a piston powering this repeater line, which will power these observers, trigger the observers, and the observer will send signal on this line, both the address bit and data bits. And then if the lock is open, all that data will travel through this redstone line into all the modules, all the addresses. Here the address check, we have a address checking system. So what exactly happens here is, you have to build your address. Okay, so you have to build your address. So for example, here the address is first pixel as 1 and rest as 0. So all you have to do is place a torch here, and wherever there is 0, you have to make this type of formation, and basically that's it. And once the data is here, so the first bit is 1, so the 1 will come over here on this redstone dust, and the rest will be 0. So as soon as they are 0, they will be unpowered, and this 1 will get powered, unpowering this torch, making this whole system unpowered, causing this repeater to be unpowered, causing this piston to be unpowered, causing this block to be pulled back, and allowing the data to be flown into this block and then further into this uh, data storing system. And for even more detailed explanation, I will show you how the resetting system works in this thing. So if I just get myself a redstone block and I just a second, okay, and I break the connection over here just for demonstration purpose. So you can see as soon as the data flows, this thing will start resetting itself once it has enough data. In this case, we are constantly powering with redstone block, which makes the system think that data is constantly being fed to it and it is getting constantly reset due to that reason. So if we take this away, eventually the data will be reset on its own. And since it was not this redstone block didn't give a matching data to unlock the system, no data was flowing into this. Otherwise, if it was a matching data, the data would have flown inside the system. Now how the reset system works here is pretty simple. You just push the redstone block back, allowing the latch to open and let the data flow away. So that's exactly how this thing works. Now for here, as you can see, if you have seen this chunk loader, I'm using this chunk loading mod pack to basically keep my entire system loaded, because this will be super laggy if you don't use a chunk loading mod or something. And I have also left this last 8 modules for you to try out yourself, so you can download the world and make your own address. For example, if I go over here and get myself some torches, so here I got some redstone torches and some glass. So for example, I want to make a address which is something like let me guess. Okay, the address is something like 101.11.1011.1011. Okay, so all you have to do is 1, then leave the place where it's 0, then 111, leave the place where it's 0, 11, and then at the places where it was 0, stack 2 glasses just like this, and then place 2 glasses on both the sides, then break the center glass, and now all you have to do is fill everything up with redstone dust. Okay, once that's done, fill the center with the redstone dust. Once that's done, you have to connect the tips with this half slab, and once that's done, then that should be just enough. Okay, and since there was no address here, it was automatically locked into its place. So now let's try it out. Okay, so I have to remember this 10111011. I'll try my best to remember that. So it's firstly we have to lock the system, then we have to 10111011. That was the address. And now let's mess up with the data. So let's guess this is the data I want to send. I open the lock, and then I fire this. Now this will cause the data to be sent right over here into this system. Okay, it was here. Yeah, so you can see this was the same address that we made right now, 10111011, and the data just got sent over here and in none of the other ones. So that's how exactly this system works. It's quite simple if you just know the basics, if you try to know. If you don't know the basics and if you want to learn more about such systems and how to build them and how they function and how to make more such things, then please subscribe to the channel, as I will make videos further with even more crazier projects. And also I will make videos on how to build this stuff, absolutely. And also you can ask me in comments if you have any doubts. You can join my Discord server. You can of course subscribe to the channel, and what was I going to say? I can't remember. Okay, so also you can subscribe to the channel, join my Discord server, and I absolutely forgot this one. I will mention the link in description to the world download for this particular contraption, this build, this data transmission system, 8-bit serial data transmission system, and you can download the world and mess around with this, the last 7 bits that I have left. You can mess around with these, create your own address, try it out for yourself. But remember, you need a chunk loading mod or command to keep the chunks loaded. If the chunks aren't loaded, this thing will break. Of course, any contraption will break if the chunks aren't loaded. So just make sure that your chunks are loaded, and the rest of the things should work absolutely fine. So I guess that's it for today. See you next time.